Welcome to REFRAMED 2020, a festival of new plays on social justice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight will feature 4 live plays and 1 pre-recorded film. Each piece will last approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Tonight's broadcast will be followed by a post-show Zoom discussion moderated by Dr. Mohan and Ambikaipaker. We invite you to head over to the Zoom link provided at the end of the broadcast to keep the conversation going. As these are plays about social justice, we want to honor the indigenous land upon which Tulane is built, Chitimacha and other tribes known and unknown, land that was often unceded or stolen as the result of broken treaties. These indigenous peoples are still here, and we are grateful to them for stewarding the land today. We also want to acknowledge the complicated history of Tulane University, an institution named for a supporter of the Confederacy and initially intended solely for the education of white students. These plays are a small part of a much larger conversation, which we hope will lead to healing and positive change at Tulane. And while they differ in tone and subject matter, all 5 of the pieces you will see tonight address challenging and thought-provoking topics. We encourage you to take a breath and take care of yourself as you watch this evening's production. If for any reason you need to take a break, please do so. And if you feel like you need to talk to someone, we will provide resources in the chat. These plays also contain adult language and content, so if there are any young ones in front of YouTube right now, you might instruct them to step away. We also recommend that you view tonight in full screen mode as well as in HD to see the wonderful work of our actors and designers. Without further ado, live from New Orleans, REFRAMED 2020.
Jordan? Jordan, please don't ignore me. I'm really sorry about everything.
Not here, Megan, please.
Why not here? You do realize what's about to happen, don't you?
Yeah, I do, and now's not the time.
Oh my God! It is like the most crucial time.
Keep your voice down. Just because he's not on the screen doesn't mean he can't hear us.
I don't care what this guy hears after everything we've been through before all this. Down your this freaking election. We have to have some kind of resolution.
Stop, please.
We cannot go into this hating each other.
I don't hate you. Not anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, you're sorry, we didn't really mean it, and you'll always be my sister.
Thank you. I still can't believe we're here.
Believe it.
I mean, I was just arguing with him last week about white supremacy and women's rights and trans rights and...
Jesus Christ.
No, seriously, Jordan, I'm still freaking out. I am so not ready for this. I mean, I know we just made up for like a decade's worth of crap between us, but it didn't help, like at all. And I cannot deal
Listen to me. Listen. We're going to get through this Zoom, hear what this lawyer has to tell us, and hear our father's final wishes, okay? That's it.
But
that's it. That's all we have to do. It's already hard enough that we have to do this over Zoom and without Mom. Don't make it any harder. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
You've got to think it's strange, though.
I don't think anything, Megan.
Days after the country erupts in protests and white people start fighting for racial justice. White people are literally yelling Black Lives Matter, and our dad just drops dead.
People die of heart attacks every day.
Yeah, but it's not every day that your racist father dies suddenly, right after the world stands up against racism.
Will you stop saying that? Dad is not racist.
Are you kidding me?
No, and we really shouldn't be talking about this here. Hello, Mr. Young.
Apologies, ladies. Sorry I kept y'all waiting so long. With all our secretaries and assistants working from home, things are a little bit hectic here.
Oh, I totally understand. It's a huge adjustment for everybody.
Absolutely. I really miss my little worker elves. Almost makes me regret giving them a hard time about a raise.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Megan.
No, he sounds just as bad as Dad.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, Mr. Young. You have to forgive my sister.
Do not apologize for me. You know what I'm saying is true, Jordan.
So very little of what you say is true, Megan.
Girls.
I'm sorry you have to witness this, Mr. Young.
No. Your sister's right. There's nothing to apologize for. Emotions are high. Dealing with the loss of a parent brings up so much. Trust me, we've seen it all here. Family issues just don't go away when a family member passes away.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. I mean, hell, that's why business is always booming.
Oh, booming.
Really?
Well, all right. Yes. Why don't we get started? We're just waiting for a couple more beneficiaries and devicees.
Devicees?
Yes. It's someone who's named in the will to inherit real estate.
There's someone else named in Dad's will?
That's right. 2 people. Yes. Once they join us, I'll go over everything with y'all.
Wait, then why isn't our mom here?
Well, she doesn't need to be. She's not in the...
What a prick.
Megan.
What a fucking douchebag, racist prick.
Do not talk about Dad like that.
Like what? Like the asshole that he was? I mean, I can't believe this. On top of all the fucked up crap he did, this?
You don't speak like that of the dead.
No, I'm not lying for him anymore. Leaving Mom out of the will, I mean, he's not just a racist asshole, but a selfish, petty, shitty person.
Dad is not racist.
Jordan, his club buddies called him Strawmy Therm. Strawmy Therm in public.
That was just an inside joke with those guys, and you know it.
And it isn't funny, and you know it. It's problematic at best, and really freaking racist.
Well, what does it matter now, Megan? Dad's dead, and so are all of his jokes.
Girls. I know this is a difficult time.
It matters because whether you like it or not, those were not jokes. You know he believed in all that stuff. He passed that bullshit on to us.
Passed what on to us?
The terrible things he would say about Mom, all the racist bullshit he would say about Mexicans, Muslims, and mopheads.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Hey, let's just...
Mr. Young, you knew my father well, and you know he was the worst, right?
Sweetheart, I can't say your father was...
He was notorious. You couldn't take him anywhere because of what might come out of his mouth. I mean, honestly, that's the reason I don't have any black friends.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, Megan.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's okay. We don't have any white friends either.
Guess that makes us even.
Let's not go that far.
Oh my God. I am so sorry you had to hear that incredibly ugly but terribly true fact about me and my father, who's dead now, but also really, really racist. He has like stock in private prisons and stuff. And
yeah, I am so sorry you had to hear that. My sister is just distraught, clearly, with our father's past and passing and hearing his last will and testament.
I told you this was going to be weird.
No, understood. Don't worry about it. A death in the family can bring up all kind of stuff you'd rather leave behind.
You can say that again.
Well, all right. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Williams, Miss Williams. It's already a difficult time given everything going on in the world, let alone having to sort out Mr. Anderson's last will and testament.
I'm sorry, but how do you two know my father?
Yeah, we're not sure that we do. My sister and I got an email from Mr. Young about a week ago. We didn't know if it was a scam or what, so we ignored it. But when Mr. Young called us, we knew it had to be real. But we don't even know your father, so getting these calls about being named in this will was...
very surprising. We don't really know why we're here either.
Yeah, well, knowing my father, I'm sure he wronged you or exploited you somehow. And is just trying to throw money at the situation from the grave.
Please forgive my sister. We were actually kind of surprised to hear from Mr. Young as well. Our father never believed in this sort of thing. Always told us we better make our own way. He made his millions, and so should we.
Our whole lives, he held his money over us.
He always believed he'd be able to take his worldly possessions with him, you know? We didn't even know he had a will.
We didn't even know we had a father.
Misha.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm not. Just another deadbeat who doesn't need to be part of our life. It's how my mother always wanted it, you know? Why she never told us anything about him, even on her deathbed.
Misha, these people do not need to know our business.
Please, that man is not our business. I mean, he can't even be bothered to see about his own children for not even a day of his living life.
Well, at least your father wasn't a racist.
Excuse me?
Megan.
I hear you. I do. Absent fathers are literally the worst. But You can sleep very well at night getting what's rightfully yours. I mean, when that day comes, of course. But me, on the other hand,
I don't want a single thing from that man. Nothing.
Okay, Misha, that's enough.
And racist or not, at least you knew your father, so I'm sure you'll sleep very well tonight, too.
There's no way I could take a single cent from him. The crap he spouted, the business he was in, it's basically blood money.
Blood money?
And look, I'm very sorry that you grew up without your father, but you can absolutely take whatever money he'll leave you, and you should. He owes the both of you at least that much.
Megan, I don't think you understand what it's
Are
like.
you saying that there's a dollar amount that you could place on the life that I lived, lost, and fatherless?
No. Oh, God.
Are you really saying that to me?
Come on now, Misha. She did not say that.
No.
No, absolutely not. That is not what she meant.
Oh, that's not what she meant? Oh, really? Because that, Megan, actually would be blood money. Like you've ever cared about where your blood money came from before that orange-ass clown took office.
What? How dare you say that?
Come on now, Misha. This is why you gotta go there. This is so unnecessary. You don't even know this woman.
I know very well that Black Lives Matter and built this country.
Oh, good for you. Good for you, Megan. Gold star.
I marched for your life and mine last week. Where were you, huh?
Megan, stop. Calm down.
Oh, I was just living my regularly scheduled press life, wondering why my father don't love me.
Ladies, stop this. It is neither the time nor the place for this kind of talk. People here are grieving, and everybody here is acting crazy, so please, let's just stop and take a breath and stop acting crazy. Jeez.
All right. I think it's best if we y'all know what? Why don't we just start over? My name is Bradford Young, executor of Mr. John Anderson's estate, friend and colleague to Mr. Anderson for many years, as some of y'all know. He trusted me to handle the delicate matter of his last will and testament in the event of his untimely passing. We are here today because each of y'all have been named in his will, and he has asked me to play a video for y'all to explain his last wishes.
My God, a video of Dad?
Jordan, I can't. I don't think I'm ready for this.
Okay, it's recording.
Goodness, I got nervous all of a sudden.
I can stop it.
No, keep rolling. I can't be more nervous than my girls will be when they watch this, so... Oh, girls, I thought I'd know what to say by now, but the truth is, I don't. If I know anything, I know you two've been fighting, probably moments before you hit play, but seriously, girls, if you're watching this, then I know that I've been the cause of more than a few fights recently. Megan, look at me, sweetie. Jordan, Megan, I know I wasn't the best father, not even the best example of a man for the two of you, and there's nothing I can do now to change that. I know that. But I do want to try to make right what I can. John and Misha, I know you don't know me, but I hope by the end of this, you'll know why I did what I did and why I've done what I've done. Where do I even begin? Well, first off, I know you've been wondering why your mother has been left out of all this. The reality is, this is what she wanted. And I don't know what all she shared with you, but I hope you're open to hearing me and believing me when I say she chose this. Well, really, I put her in an awful position, and then she did the same to me. Shortly after you were born, Jordan, I met and fell in love with another woman. And I had a child with her a year later. This was obviously very painful for your mother. It was painful for me. I found myself feeling things I'd never felt for someone I would have never imagined. It was confusing and complicated. And I shared all this with your mother. She tried forgiving me, but she just couldn't do it. More than forgiving me, Joan couldn't bear the shame of divorce or outside children. So she forbade me from seeing that woman and our child again. And I did what she told me for as long as I could. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not stay away from Melinda. John, Misha, I am so... There's nothing... I loved your... John, Misha, I did a terrible, terrible thing. For terrible reasons. I let fear and ignorance and, quite honestly, hatred keep me away from you and your beautiful, beautiful mother. And I've spent the last 26 years in complete and crippling shame. And it is still a drop in the bucket of the immeasurable amount of pain I have caused each of you. My wife learned of your arrival, Misha, and demanded that I cut you off completely. I tried to reason with her, but she threatened to expose my infidelity and my illegitimate children. And I was such a coward. I'm a coward even now for making this video instead of making the effort to meet you. I am ashamed and disappointed with myself. I didn't know how to stand to my truth and stand up to my wife. I did, however, manage to stand up for you, John and Misha. While Joan kept me away from you with the threat of exposure, she did not keep me from providing for you. You see, I told her that if I had to accept a life without you, she would not get a red cent of my fortune, and that you would be named equally in my will in the event of my passing. But with everything going on in the world right now, I realize that I have to go a step further. Jordan, Megan, I leave our home here in New Orleans to you to do with whatever you want. The rest of my estate, my properties in Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, my bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha. Girls, all your life I've been telling you to make your millions, and I hope you have. If not, you can always sell the house and split the profit. But my entire estate belongs to John and Misha, and it is up to them to do with it what they will. It is truly the least I can do, as I and this country have failed you. And hopefully one day, America will do what's right as well. That's it, Brad.
That's my father?
What a prick!
Unbelievable.
This is a lot to process.
Yes, Black lives really do matter.
Seems so, Miss Williams. Seems so. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Oh, yeah, hold on, back up a little bit. I said back up, bitch. Nigga, yes, it's the yellow jacket for me. It's the fucking hair for me.
Girl, please, I'm gonna need you to stand. Yes, okay, wait, and the shoes. Hey, hold up. Did we make it or not?
Oh,
oh my gosh. Oh, girl, I miss it. Give me a little walk around.
Girl, I ain't gonna do all that right now. Maybe later. I had to record a callback that was due at the end of the day, and all of my equipment and shit is here. So.
Okay, call back. Check us out, bitch. Okay.
I know, right? Check us out. Oh my God, nigga. Like, how the fuck you leave me? Like, what? This don't make no goddamn sense. You are literally in a screen right now. Got me out here all up in the sky raising your big-headed ass kid all by my lonesome as you gallivant with models and shit. It ain't right, bitch. It ain't right.
What big-headed ass kid, sis?
Me, bitch. Me. You know I need some adult supervision. Can't have me out here all alone for too long. Who knows what can happen?
See, sis, please. I ain't even trying to hear all that because ain't shit been alone about you. Now, man, you've been having stowed away. Hold up. Is he there right now? He help you with your lines and shit. Excuse me. Does there happen to be a flying ass nigga hiding in my good sister's room right now? Because it's day one. We'd like to meet you expeditiously, please.
Girl.
What? I gotta let these strangle niggas know we got vocabulary over here. Come on, nigga!
Girl, ain't nobody else in here.
Right. Nigga, why you getting all slow up the chest like that? I was just being all play. Now you talking like you had a problem or want one. You know I don't like that shit, Haji. We need to talk in how long? What the fuck was that?
Oh. Uh-huh. What was what?
Bitch, you really didn't hear that? It was like...
No, I didn't hear nothing. It must have been something on your end with the connection.
Whatever. Well, anyway, I guess what you should know first and foremost is that your bitch is a boss. And I'm gonna need you to start addressing me as such. Yes, she is different. Yes, she did let the fame go to her head. And no, you are not allowed to act surprised.
Oh, nigga, this shit is already exhausting.
No. For real, friend, it's going amazing. Like, where do we start? Okay. So, originally, I was just supposed to be here as the main photographer's assistant, you know, making sure the cameras were fully functional, coordinating with the rest of the team, doing test shots here and there, you know, like scrub shit. And that's all I was doing for the first, I say, month or so as we traveled throughout Europe. But then, I got up in this here Paris. Okay. Top for nigga black dude for a 2-day shoot, right? Mind you, we're supposed to be shooting in this like super ritzy area or whatever. You know I don't be knowing the name shit out here like that. But last minute, the team decided to switch this more residual spot, which kind of just turned out to be a code word for the hood. Oh. I'll find out it's the same hood the additional photographer nigga was from, and girl, he was not with the shits. Talking about how more and more production teams and shit keep on coming into the hood to get that urban flavor, and how little by little it's causing the neighborhood to be different. About how ain't no white devils finna steal his hood.
Oh, he went there.
Bitch, Degrassi, it went there, okay? And let me tell you, the head photographer, Gaspar, I be calling him Gas. He was pressed, honey. Eventually, I couldn't make out the rest of the conversation because they ended up moving to this big fancy glass office room. But I did hear old dude call my boss a cunt.
Not a cunt.
A whole ass cunt, and that was it. My boss's face turned so damn pink that low key / high key, he kind of started looking like one.
So what happened?
Girl, history happened. So, of course, old dude got fired, which is like really fucked up or whatever. And of course, like, fuck these racist white people, period. And I wanted to say something to dude before he left, but he was just so angry. And I was still loading up all the equipment, so it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
And girl, you know me. I ain't with that shit. I'm from Harlem. I know how it go. But since it's my job, and it was legit hours before the shoot was scheduled to start, they didn't have anyone to fill his position. Anyone except...
Nigga, what? You lying?
I swear, a little baby Jesus. The white man gave me the alley-oop and your girl dunked it. I shot an entire Jean-Paul Gaultier spread alongside him, frame for frame, bitch.
Oh, what? Friend, oh my God. What? That is amazing. When did all this happen?
Shit, that was a few weeks back now.
A few weeks back? What? Bitch, why didn't you tell me?
Because, bitch, you've been ducking my goddamn calls. That ain't information a nigga would text. If you weren't so busy spending time with your little...
So then what happened?
Oh, don't interrupt me, nigga, because you know I'm speaking truth.
Oh.
We'll return to that later, because you're right. This is my time. So yeah, after that shoot, they loved my shots, so I've just been the additional photographer they bring in whenever they need it. And bitch, not only did my pay completely change, but one of my shots is going to be in Vogue Paris in December.
Ooh, what? Friend, what? Oh my God, friend! Friend.
Bitch, I don't worry about Mr. Clyde's noise complaints, and we both been screaming since we got home.
Oh, I know, you're right. Fuck him. This is just too good to be quiet for. Oh.
And it was really everything I could have dreamed of. And this whole time, I've just been imagining how perfect the moment would be to finally tell you all about it. I hate that so early into us living together in our new home, well, new to me at least, that I had to leave. I really missed you, sis. How have you been? I mean, I was just kidding about you earlier, and I really only asked because you sounded excited the last few I saw you flinch. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, that? Oh, girl, see, I didn't know it was that you were talking about this whole time. See, we just got this new neighbor in recently, and he just be making some weird noises sometimes. That's all. I stopped noticing it, really.
Mm-hmm.
Really, yeah. And I missed you a lot too. I did. It didn't work out between me and you, but it's fine. It's whatever. It really has been a lot being here, though. The neighborhood just keeps changing. It's kind of scary. It's been keeping me up at night, low key, to be 100. This is my neighborhood, you know, and shit is just getting barely recognizable.
Damn. Have like white women started jogging out there and shit? They really hit the hood in a matter of what, like 3 months? I ain't even been home.
Less time, actually.
Well, shit. Have you got rat traps?
What? What?
Rambo.
What do you need rat traps for? I paid all that. I mean, what you talking about, sis? What you mean?
Nigga, what? I was just saying how I was reading this article, what a title at least, that talked about how gentrification is causing a huge increase in rat infestations. I think it has something to do with all the new construction and development unearthed homes or some shit. Haji, what the fuck is your neighbor saying? And wait, hold up. What did you pay for? Bitch, we actually got rats?
Well, no. I mean, well, we have one, but it was just one. It was only one, right? You know, I wasn't gonna have rats all up in the house. Like, you know, I ain't like that, okay? I was just seeing something.
See?
Well, not really seeing nothing. Wasn't nothing for me to really see. I mean, it's a rat, right? Like, come on, let's get real. Can't have no rat as no pet, right? They don't make any sort of type of good company. I mean, some of them sometimes could be cute or whatever, but I mean, not cute. Rats ain't cute. I'm just saying that some of them be propositional with their whiskers. So, you know, somebody may have to think, you know, it'll be okay to have them over in the crib when you watch a movie or whatever, you know. But you know, like me, I ain't even like that. You know, I ain't even with that noise. So that rat had to go straight up like that. By a rat, you know? This ain't no Caucasian home. We Wakanda up in here, okay? Wakanda, right?
Okay, sis. Girl, what's all that for?
Oh.
Haji, I'm gonna stop you right there. Because I don't know why, but you already sound like you lying about something. Actually, you've been lying and acting weird since we got on. Like, when does Sonny give a fuck about noise complaints from Mr. Clyde? Ain't you say they don't even fuck with each other like that anyway? Like, what's going on, bitch? Why are you acting so weird? And I know you was hearing that shit this whole time.
It's really a matter of perspective, is what it is. I mean, sure, if you live in one place your entire life, familiarity would lead you to believe that a particular location is inherently yours, but the fact of the matter is we live in a world where money dictates ownership, not nostalgia. I know it's hard, but they're just gonna have to get it through their heads that if you can't pay for it, you can't claim it.
Haji, what the fuck is going on? Is that your neighbor? Why does he sound like that?
Oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. It's him. It's him. No matter how much I try to get rid of him or ignore him, nothing fucking works. Fuck. It's all my fault. Fuck.
Haji boo, what's going on? I'm here. Talk to me.
The exterminator forgot that bucket there, but it doesn't matter. It didn't work anyway. There's no getting rid of him now. Fuck.
I thought it was sort of endearing at first, you know, like a Spike Lee joint, but I'm over it now. They're out there at all times of the night, and I swear it always sounds like they're fighting, and I don't want to have to call the cops, but like, what am I supposed to do, right? Just like go up to the whole group of them and like, what?
Haji, please talk to me. I'm scared. Who is that?
It's Mark. Or that, I guess, was at least Mark's friend, the guy I was dating. I broke it off with him a couple of weeks back, but he just stayed.
Oh my God. Is that sound coming just from the apartment? Wait, Mark? Hold up. Wasn't it Marcus?
Not exactly. We must have had a bad reception. I said Mark is a white boy. He was a white boy.
What? There's just so much more value here than people even really know. Like, this place is just rich with culture and color. Maybe color isn't the best word to use, more like flavor. You know, I mean, the notorious B.I.G. was born here, for crying out loud. A cultural icon. And I love that dude's music. I mean, call me crazy, but I think I'm beginning to enjoy hanging in Brooklyn even more than Manhattan.
Sis, get the fuck out of there!
I know!
Oh my God, Haji, oh my God! Should we call the police?
Nigga, what?
Fuck, my bad, you're right. How long has this been going on?
We dated for about maybe 5 weeks. Around the same time the neighborhood started changing, I met him on Tinder. I just thought, you know, maybe I'll try something different. It was going okay at first, but then he started saying stuff that made me uncomfortable. And I'd tell him about it. And then he'd apologize and say the same thing all over again the next day. So I broke it off with him a couple weeks back.
Oh my god, it's kind of amazing. There's like rainbow flags all up and down Franklin Avenue. I had no idea Crown Heights was so inclusive. I really had a different picture in my head. It's like, this is the new Chelsea, you know?
But then I noticed the bitten holes in the cereal boxes I bought for him. And my kitchen started to stink of PBRs, and you know I don't even drink. And then I couldn't sleep at night because I kept hearing his voice saying over and over and over again.
I think I like it here. I think I'll stay. I think I'll stay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, fuck! Ah! One of those fuckers bit through my shoe.
What can I do?
You were wrong about that article, sis. Their houses are just fine. They just rolled hours too. And I let them in my fucking house.
It's kind of like we're all contributors to what makes Brooklyn great. It's like, it's all of our group project. Brooklyn belongs to all of us. The old, the young, the black, the white, the native, the transplant. It's like, it's all of ours. And if some move out and others move in, that's great, because it's like, Brooklyn will never die. What a great thing to think about, right? Brooklyn will never die. Like, never die. Like, no matter what. No matter what you do, we will never, ever, ever die.
Hashi!
Whoa! Hey!
Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late. At the last second, I decided to shower, and I don't really know why. It's not like you can smell me on Zoom, right? Anyway, now my hair is wet. And
It is so good to see you.
You too. I like the beard.
Well, yeah, you know, it's the cool quarantine thing to do. You look great. Wet hair and all. I mean, that's actually how I remember you anyway, seeing as we were both lifeguards together.
I didn't even think of that. Thanks, you too. You look grown up.
Whew. Well, yeah, I'm almost 30.
Wait, what? No way.
I mean, well, I'm closer to 30 than not. I'm about to turn 27. And so you must be
21. Finally legal. Woohoo. Anyways, thanks for responding to my email.
Yeah, of course. It's been about 4 years now, right?
Yeah, summer going into my senior year of high school, and now I'm a senior in college.
Wow, that's That's crazy. Congrats. I'm sorry I didn't really keep in touch.
Oh, just stop. I didn't either.
When you wrote saying you wanted to express gratitude to me, I was definitely intrigued. I can't imagine what you'd have to thank me for. Ooh, except for maybe all the raw cookie dough I used to steal for you.
Oh my god, I remember that. What were they called again?
Otis Spunkmeyer, baby.
Yes, and you used to sneak into the snack bar to steal all the raw cookie dough balls from me. It's kind of amazing we didn't get salmonella poisoning from all the raw cookie dough.
So is that what you wanted to thank me for? Cookie dough?
No. Full disclosure, I'm taking this class on positive psychology, and we were given this assignment to reach out to someone from our past who we felt we owed a debt of gratitude to, and I thought of you.
Okay, so are you getting graded on this call?
No. I mean, maybe. I actually doubt I'll end up writing about this call. Okay, so I guess I'll just jump right in. It may take me a bit to get to the gratitude part, but I promise it's coming.
Okay.
Remember the swim team dinner?
The awards night? Yeah. I always thought it was so weird that the swim team awards dinner was such a big deal when the team sucked, if I recall.
Totally.
But then again, all those country club rituals seem pretty strange to me.
Yeah, me too. It was... Anyway, it was the night of the awards dinner, and we were drinking a lot. I remember doing shots in the lifeguard shack before the ceremony even began, and then after we hit North Ave, and I was only 17, so I don't really know how you guys were always able to get me into those bars. I don't even think I had a fake then.
My frat brothers were all the bouncers.
Right. And remember you had that friend visiting from Montana?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I remember you started hitting on some random girl, and I don't know if it was like in retaliation or whatever, but I started flirting with your friend, and then we hit one bar to the next, and I did a lot more shots, and I remember kissing your friend in the parking lot, and then I go blank. The next thing I remember is waking up at Nick's house at about 5 a.m. with my underwear around my thighs and your friend sleeping beside me.
Oh, God, Lily.
No, let me finish. I went to the bathroom in a panic. I didn't know if I should wake someone or ask your friend what happened, but I couldn't get back in that bed. So I just walked downstairs and sat on that grungy couch until the others slowly got up. And then we all piled into Nick's car to get McDonald's or something for breakfast. And we stopped at your house on the way to pick you up. And your friend got out of the car to get you, and he was in the house for way too long, and everyone in the car was massively hungover and getting pissed. And finally you came out and you like summoned me into the apartment. I remember being scared. I had never seen you so serious.
Uh-huh.
When I got in the house, you told me to sit down. I sat on your bed, and you said, my friend has something he needs to tell you. And then your friend told me he had sex with me the night before and that he used a condom.
God, Lily, I'm so...
James, this is finally the gratitude part. I wanted to thank you for having the presence of mind to demand that I was told the truth. I think the not knowing would have been much worse, and at least I knew he used a condom and I didn't have to worry about being pregnant or getting an STD.
I know, but Lily,
and whether or not it was your intention, the message that your actions conveyed was that you believed your friend was wrong and that I deserved the truth.
I do remember. You shouldn't be thanking me. I've thought about that night so many times. I should have reached out to you. The fact that I brought that asshole into your life is something I can't forget and won't forgive myself for. You probably don't know this, but the following day, he left and I never spoke to him again. Ever.
I didn't know that.
I should have never introduced you to him.
Yeah. You know, it took me a few years to tell anyone about that night. I guess I still feel kind of guilty, you know?
You were a kid, Lily. You were only 17.
I know I was young, but I thought I was so old. I mean, going to bars, drinking with college guys.
Lily, just because you were drinking doesn't mean what he did to you was okay. Whether you were flirting with him or coming on to him, he raped you. No doubt about it.
Even now, I can't use that word, you know? The word you use to describe it. I don't know why.
It's okay.
I know it's okay.
I can give you his name.
No, I don't want that.
Why not?
I just don't.
Don't you want justice?
Justice. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I mean, you could call him out. You can make sure he's not doing that to other women, that he knows it was wrong.
No.
You could probably still press charges.
No, I don't. I don't have any interest in seeing him. I don't remember what he looks like, and I like it that way. I don't need to see him again, and I certainly don't need to put myself through some sort of trial or investigation or anything.
I just thought that you'd want...
No, I mean, do you know what they do to women? Say about women? Still, to this day, I was drinking. I remember I was wearing a really short dress. I don't want to deal with any of that shit.
Okay. I get it. I guess if it was me, I would just really want justice or retribution or something.
Well, I'm not you. I didn't really want to thank you. I mean, I am taking that class. I did have this gratitude assignment, but the truth is, I've been thinking about that night kind of obsessively the past few months, and I just needed to know that you remembered it too. That it actually happened.
I see.
you could call him.
What?
Him? Your friend? I mean, I know you said you don't talk to him anymore, but you could find him. I mean, I found you. You could call him out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could.
I'm gonna go, James.
Totally. Of course. Be safe, Lily.
Over 600,000 people go missing in the U.S. each year. 60% of those are people of color.
64,000. 64,000 Black women are missing and nobody seems to care. 10,000 more and we could fill up the Superdome, right? It's not important. It doesn't matter. That's what your lack of news coverage, your lack of attention, and our disproportionate disappearance rate silently whispers into Black women's ears each and every day. You would care if one of these missing women were your mother, right? What if she was your sister, your neighbor, your best friend? What do we have to do to make you care? What will it take for you to see our humanity? Why are we the other? Walls in Kentucky get more justice than a Black woman in this world where her humanity was erased and denied. It's the same erasure of missing Black women. It's the same systemic failure. If you took one step for every single missing Black woman, you will have almost walked over 150,000 feet. There is a hole in our society, and it's kidnapping Black women like me.
It's good, but something's not quite right.
I think the poem doesn't truly inspire me to do anything about the problem. It's too broad. We should make something more personable.
The stakes are a little too low, and it seems a little safe.
Yeah, you're right. We need to be more honest. The word missing is generous. The disappearances of these women are acts of violence.
The difference is who we are.
My name is Sarah Covington. I'm a white, cisgendered girl from Miami, Florida.
My name is Angela Lee. I'm a Chinese American trans girl from Miami, Florida.
I grew up in the suburb of River
Park. My best
friend was
is
Angela
Sarah
Lee.
Covington.
I always thought about running away. My parents never liked how my head was in the clouds.
I only thought about running away once, when I was scared to tell my family I was trans.
I
never ran though.
I never ran because I had Angela. She took care of me, kept me grounded.
Sarah helped me tell my family. She's always been there for me, no matter how big of a daydreamer she is. But then
I met a boy.
She met a man.
He was a little older than me.
He was 15 years older than her.
He told me he loved me, that he could take care of me, that he loved how my head was always in the clouds.
I never liked him. I told her as much, but for the first time, she didn't listen to me.
Angela didn't understand. She'd never been with someone like him. He wanted to run away with me.
I couldn't let her run away with him. I didn't tell my parents where I was really going, just that I was going to see Sarah. I said I'd be back soon, and that I loved them. I saw her get into a tinted car. I followed them on my bike as the car pulled off. pedaling as fast as I could, memorizing the license plates.
I saw Angela out the back windshield. She looked scared. The man in the passenger seat was watching me, but his eyes shifted to Angela.
The car stopped in the middle of the road, and Sarah's boyfriend and a strange man got out. I asked, "Where is she?"
I prayed she would run. I prayed for once she wouldn't be brave.
They never answered. They just grabbed me and my bike as I fought and thrashed. What happens next?
911, what's your emergency?
I'm calling about my daughter. She didn't come home last night. She left a note, but she wouldn't just disappear.
Can you describe her for me?
She's a Caucasian girl, 5'4", brown hair, brown eyes. She's mixed, Asian American. She has brown hair, brown eyes, 5'3". She's a trans girl.
And you're sure she didn't run away?
Her note said she did, but I don't believe it.
We'll send someone down. What's your address, ma'am?
No, she wouldn't run away.
Please come down to the station and file a report. Most cases like these are runaways, but we'll do our best to look into it.
A teen girl named Sarah Covington went missing 3 days ago after leaving a suspicious note for her parents. We're asking for any help and tips to her whereabouts.
September 9th and hasn't been seen since. There's currently an Amber Alert out for her. The parents are asking for any help you can give.
My cousin Angela Lee went missing a week ago. They think she's a runaway, but she would never run. The police are only reporting on her best friend without even a word about her. Please help us bring her home.
This is good, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's
fiction. But it's the type of fiction that works for our show, right? The type that makes you think about real problems.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but is fiction all we need? Don't you think we should have something real?
Yeah, but what do any of us really know about missing women? I know that they used to be put on milk cartons, but I've never seen any. I've seen flyers on a bulletin board at Walmart. Walmart, fuck that corporate monster of a place. But you know what? It makes sense. Predators want to select the easiest prey. They want minimum effort and maximum reward. They know where to get the women to be trafficked because they can observe with elementary skill the ways in which society has socially engineered that kind of people to shop at those box stores to their advantage. And I'm one of them. I was raised on no boundary sneakers and great value cereal. The immigrant neighborhood that I grew up in was filled with their shit. But I pay negative mind to any of the faces on the bulletins. Ashton Kutcher, the idiot from that 70s show, does more for these girls than I ever will. And that's a shit feeling. The reality is that there are too many other pieces of information occupying space in my mind to keep track of some girl I could have but didn't meet. I have school and family and friends and boys and life, and when I really stop to think about it, the nihilist in me says, fuck it, we all die anyway. That's not me. I hate that there are people who are so far under the radar that they don't even get flyers at Walmart. My grandmother, Milberta Vieda, crossed and recrossed and crossed again to bring every one of her children into this country, by herself, with and without papers. My mom went months without hearing from her after she was abandoned by a coyote at the border. Anytime a woman goes undetected in this world, she's at risk. This isn't somebody else's story, it's mine.
Hey, I think I have something.
Las mujeres de Los Ángeles.
We worked these jobs with no other choice.
My job was a favor for my mom's friend. My mom used to work at a hotel and my dad worked construction. Both under the table jobs, of course, but it got the bills paid. My mama and I took care of my poor papa. That job slowly killed him day by day.
But he worked that job with no other choice.
We worked until they came. I was helping my mama make sopa de frijol when my dad came home. Normally, he had to slug himself over to the kitchen, but we heard his hurried footsteps come through the door. My mom yelled, "No me andas con esas botas en la casa, Jose," and all he said was,
"Vinieron por nosotros."
Pure shock was felt between the three of us in that hot kitchen. There was no time for any tears to be shed. They rushed me to my room, told me Guadalupe would give me a job at a hotel and a place to stay. But I had to hurry out the window before they came inside. That was the last time I saw my parents. I don't mean to cause any trouble.
I didn't want any trouble over here. My parents took the journey with me a year ago. We were surviving fine in El Salvador. It wasn't until pandilleros came to our door asking my parents for my hand. No, not asking. More like giving them its notice. A pandillero took interest in me, and he would have my hand. We left as soon as we could. Once we arrived in the U.S., Border Patrol agents who captured us, harassed us. They kept us without food or water for days, with 50 of us crammed in a little room.
But what other choice did we have?
What other choice did we have than to make do with our circumstances? After a few months, we found a home here. Manuel, a boy I met through family friends, helped us. He was born here. My parents were proud of that. It would help our status here. He treats me well, wants to give me citizenship. But do I really want my marriage to be for papers? I don't want to let this country have a hold on my marriage too, but I will tough it out as long as I have to.
What other choice do we have? We have been through hell and back for this country and everything it stands for. We will not go back after everything we have been through because your president says so. We're here to stay and stay strong, stand our ground.
Oh, wow. We're definitely going somewhere.
Did anyone find a list of the women? We should show them.
Yeah, Team Fact pulled a bunch of names, but we might need some help because it's a lot.
Nobody should be dismissed or made to feel as if they don't matter in a culture where everyone is supposed to matter.
Mothers, daughters, sisters, friends.
Don't let their names be forgotten.
When I was like 6, I used to want to run away all the time. Because my brother got all the attention. I even kept it back at the ready. I never got very far because I didn't know where I would go. If I'd ever tried, who knows what would have happened.
Welcome back. Now, before the break, we saw the elimination of several of our contestants, including Miss Voter Suppression, Miss Net Neutrality, and the Beehive Baddie herself, Miss Murder Hornet. I'm sure that had to sting, right, Rebecca?
Right, Chuck.
Now the question remains, which of our final 3 contestants has grabbed America's attention? Which should the media be covering?
Which one of these ladies will captivate our collective consciousness, rattling our nation for years to come? I know I can't sleep at night. Can you?
This will all be revealed in just a few moments when our new Miss Most Pressing Issue is crowned. Now, Rebecca, I'm not great at reading the ladies, but do I sense some tension, hesitance, early onset menopause?
Gosh, no, Chuck, just simple jitters, and how could there not be? This pageant gives all Americans a choice and vote to push our government to do just a teensy bit more about one of the many issues. But this freaking year, the issues are just so pressing.
But which one is the most pressing? I guess we're just going to have to let the ladies tell us for themselves in a round we like to call the final word.
Right, the final word. It's a unique opportunity for a top 3 to show the world what truly distinguishes them from one another. A tough task to stomach, but so necessary, even if it gives me that feeling of impending doom many have come to know.
Hey, what's that like? And we'll start with the unprecedented beauty herself, Miss COVID-19. Now, Miss COVID-19.
Please, call me coronavirus. It has the Latin word for crown, meaning I've got this in the bag.
Not so fast.
Definitely not so close.
Now, Miss COVID-19, tell us about yourself. Where did you come from?
What, like my origin? Ooh, that's debatable. But what's a lot more certain about me is how I spread, which is just like so many ways. Through the peepers in the mouth, up your nose, even down south. AKA feces.
Feces, you say? What about urine?
Dear God, what kind of a question is that to ask the most pressing issue?
So tell us, why should you be crowned Miss Most Pressing Issue?
Now, I know you all think I just popped out of nowhere like some babe out of a cake, but don't let my randomness fool you. There's already so much at stake. See, I'm not just an epidemic. I'm a pandemic, meaning I'm a pretty big deal. I'm the only one on stage who set the whole world ablaze with a unique signature appeal. Yes, I suspended almost every imaginable industry. What was once the happiest place on earth is now but 28,000 people out of work. Oh yeah, that was like so totally me. And without an income coming, I put many on the streets and spun mental repercussions sparked by triggers so obscene like toilet paper fist fights, the sound of a ventilator being turned off, the unmasked going crazy, demanding they be let into shop. But really, my greatest accomplishment might be unearthing America's baggage for the whole world to see. Racism, inequality, double standards galore. They practically welcome me with open arms at your White House front door. But power is in numbers. So where was that again? Right. 200,000 and counting. But do and see nothing yet, friends.
Miss COVID-19, everybody. Oh, quite the overachiever.
Hand sanitizer, now, please.
Now help me welcome recurring contender, Miss Racial Bigotry. Now, Miss Racial Bigotry, America wants to know, you're such an old bag. How do you keep that youthful glow?
Just a simple beauty regimen of mine. Microaggressions. Works every time. You apply hate to the surface, let it fester without proper response, and sweetie, you've got yourself some chaos.
Would you say that lack of proper response is what led to the events of this year?
Why, yes. And to them I'd say, thanks, pumpkin. Love that government endorsement.
Pardon me, but that's preposterous. After all, racism is so passé. All you've got to do is look at Rebecca here. She's, what are you again?
A woman?
Right, a woman. Yet here she is, playing second fiddle to me. See, progress.
Respectfully, Chuck, are you confusing her for sexism who left the competition the first round?
Oh, are they not the same contestant?
How are you even in this position? Damn it, Rebecca, you can think it, but you're not supposed to say it out loud.
So tell us, why should you be crowned Miss Most Pressing Issue?
Look now, I've been breaking my back since day one, making sure the other is kept under America's thumb. You wanted to justify forced labor in the pursuit of expansion? I proclaim slaves subhuman. Don't forget, I helped to cry those natives to this land. Once we forced them to assimilate, they'd have no choice but to understand. Even today, I'm still getting it done. Racial profilings, the shooting of mosques, anti-Semitic remarks, family separations, all the list goes on. Still, no matter how ugly and violent things get, I feel no regret. Why should I? I can always be acquitted at trial for claiming self-defense. I can always say a little boy was flirting with me. I can always call the police and lie. You know, tell them, I'm being threatened by a big black guy. And if they'd come, well, what's one more death? Eventually we'd all forget about it because nothing is being done. So even if this pageant continues to deny me, in a way, haven't I already won?
Thank you, Miss Racial Bigotry.
Why am I even putting up with this anymore?
Finally, last but certainly not least, Miss Gun Violence. Now, in the past, you would have been forging ahead this time of year, but we truly haven't seen or heard much from you lately. Tell us, why so mum?
That would be my silencer. Now, I'm just messing with you. There have been other matters consuming our minds. That wouldn't count me out yet. In fact, the stats show an estimated 2.5 million first-time gun buyers in the first half of 2020. Impressive, isn't it?
Frightening, actually.
Well, now, folks are just looking for hobbies during these times. I myself picked up the ukulele. Am I suddenly going to be king of the strings? In my dreams.
But the surge in gun sales is bringing a new risk to American homes that will linger longer than this pandemic.
Reckon I wouldn't count me out.
Fun. So tell us, why should you be crowned Miss Most Pressing Issue?
Well, that's a loaded question. Why don't I just present you with some of my greatest hits? Ever heard of JFK? That's all I'll say about that. Though it's a shame Jackie lost that pretty pink hat. 23, shot at a Walmart, was able to leave that place spick and span. Looks like I did. And of course, I killed 20 little kitties between the ages of 6 and 7 years old. I'll admit, I got shit for being that bold. But that's just me, Ace. I don't let anyone off the hook. Now, some say I've gone overboard, but just like my ample bosoms here, I can't help it. I'm simply too big to contain. Seems like unless I get some good and sturdy regulations, I'm just gonna keep spilling. The blood of your friends, family, loved ones, maybe even you.
Thank you, Miss Gun Violence. Oh boy, this competition is heating up. Wouldn't you say, Rebecca?
How could it not be, Chuck? The world's on fire!
Awesome! Gracing the stage in their final look, here are our top 3. Like a train wreck from which you can't look away, these are the issues plaguing the U.S. of A. Isn't she grotesque? Grotesque but charming, and oh so alarming, potentially life-harming.
I, for one, am scared.
Thank you, ladies. Beautiful. So beautiful. And oh, so pressing.
They really are, Chuck. And my compliance in this pickle is only dimming their gravity. Well, I bite my tongue no more. This isn't a game, people. These are real issues we're facing, and it's despicable how little is being done. For years, I felt my voice and vote were taken for granted. So I joined this circus thinking I would be seen and heard, but all it amounted to was hosting aside a giant turd. Well, I refuse to stand idly by any longer. I see I must use my power and voice for good. So I implore you, side with me, talk about the issues, take them seriously. Who's with me?
America, are you ready? Let's crown ourselves a new Miss Most Pressing Issue!
What? Really? Does my influence not mean a thing?
Ladies, this is it. You've all made it to the top, but there can only be one.
Why? When they're all so important.
And now, the second runner-up for Miss Most Pressing Issue 2020 is Miss Gun Violence.
Holy cow, I'm better!
While she was not deemed the most pressing issue this year, across the aisle, Americans are willing to acknowledge that she's significant enough to keep squabbling over.
How is that progress?
And now, the winner of Miss Most Pressing Issue 2020 is... Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. This has never happened before. The winner is, by a landslide, Miss Information.
What does this country even stand for anymore?
Now, Misinformation couldn't make it because she doesn't even acknowledge this event. It is what it is. Join us next year when a new co-host and I...
Co-host? What a win! What a show! Misinformation is our girl, as it should be, America. Next year when we present Miss Most Pressing Issue 2021. We might have all died by then, but oh, what fun!
still here? It's over. Go home.